Hello guys, what's going on? Today I'm recording a tutorial to how to make a chair. So this is basically part 1 in which we are going to model the basic model of the chair, and in part 2 we are going to make and in part 2 we are going to make texture. We are going to texture the whole chair, and in part 3, which would be the final part, we are going to composite it and give it a nice render. So you can see what I'm doing over here. So let's just begin. So we will take the cube, grab it on the z-axis, bring it up, and once it's on your desired height, scale it on the z-axis to look pretty much like a chocolate cube. Yeah, we can call it that. And then we can tab into edit mode, select 3, and select that and extrude. Don't extrude a lot or else it will look weird. And then we can select the top face and extrude it out as well. So we can see that looks like a chair, and I myself am quite a bit new to all this stuff, so please do not judge the quality of this video. So we will first make all these loop cuts, and then we will come back to face select mode and select these alternate faces. And if you have the same problem that I have, we can just control select this side and extrude it one more portion. I would recommend you that you pay some attention before doing it. So once we are done with that, we will select all these and we will go X and faces. So basically we have to select the other side as well, or else we will not have any holes. So you can use a bit of different angles to try and select it. Yes, like that. And once you have selected it, delete it again. So now we have the basic shape of our chair, but you can see a problem. Yes, it's hollow. So for that we are going to press 2 and tab into edge select mode, and once you select two vertices, we are going to do something like F for fill, and that will fill it up. For example, if I select one side and select F, after selecting two edges, make sure nothing else is selected and hit F, so it will fill it up. So the same way we have to fill in all the rest of them, and once we have filled all of them, we will continue with the next part. So yeah, basically once you have done all of that, you can see it's filled up and it looks pretty good, and we are making a boxy low poly chair. So let's just continue with our project. We will bring it out to be roughly like a square, and then either you can select these lines over here until here, and then move them a bit so that they roughly match, and then you can select all these and extrude them. First you can hit numpad 3, and then you can extrude them down to be as per what you want. So now that we are done with the basic modeling of the chair, let's add in a cushion. So we will go shift A, mesh, cube, G and Z, so that we can bring it up, scale it up on the Z axis to roughly represent a cushion. We are going to use the cloth modifier to make it. So we will roughly bring it there, scale it. As you can see, because we extruded this side, so we might have to do the same. We have to do the same for this as well. So this should not take you over than a while. And once you are done with that, you can go Control A and scale. So now that this N properties panel, if you go into the item, you can see scale is reset, or else there will be some different numbers. So make sure you do that, or else the cloth modifier does not work the way it's intended to. And after you get into this physics tab, you can click on cloth, come all the way down, enable pressure, and in field weights turn off gravity. Once you have done that, you can play it, and you have to give it a pressure value. So let's select a value like 5. Yes. So let's try with a value like 5, and as you can see, it changes into something really different or weird. So what we can, as you can see, it does not have enough geometry to deform. So we can go Control R and give it some edge loops which will help us subdivide it. And you want it roughly squared, as in UV unwrapping we want it as squared as possible. And now you can see it somehow transform into something that somewhat represents a pillow. Give this a subdivision surface in modifiers tab. We want to add in the subdivision surface over here, and there is a rule. We want to select this and bring it up because we want it to be subdivided first, and then we feed into the cloth simulator so that we can get some higher and better looking cushion. And after that we can shade it smooth, and we can wait until it puffs until your liking. And when it puffs, make sure always to shift D. Once you are happy with your simulation, shift D, right click, keep it over, and just take it and move it out of this collection. Select it and move it outside of this collection so that then we can select it and make it into a new collection. We can call it backup. Here we can call it backup, and this cube can be put in. This would be a backup, so we want to turn it off in case something goes wrong. So now with this selected, we are pretty much ready to go. But first we have to tab into edit mode, select it, and go alt. Alt clicking would select you a line, and double alt click would double clicking alt or shift alt will help you. So you want to select the whole line just like I am, and once you select it, right click and select mark seam. So alt, we will select seam. For you it should work for double clicking alt, shift double clicking alt, and if for some reason like even yours does not work, then you can do it shift alt and mark seam. So once we are done with that, we can go A, U, and unwrap. So now if we change into the UV editing workspace, you can see how it has unwrapped. But you will see that there is some problem over here. So we can go U and cube projection. So that will help us. And once we are done with that, we can come back to our layout tab and let it puff. Basically, we want to drag this slider up, and we want to drag it like by frame, or else it will not puff up nicely. And once it is done, either we can keep it like this, or if you want, you can go with your own levels of puff. And I will recommend you to experiment with the pressure settings. If you go for a 2 in the pressure and do it again, it will happen a lot slower. For example, but now we'll get more detail and more wrinkles basically. But you don't want to get too low pressure, or else it will create a different effect. So for me, this much looks good. I will just puff it a bit more. And if that's too much, we can bring it back. The values that work best for me are 2.5, and I bring the frame up until I get the result I want. So this looks like, yes, if I like that, then I can click apply. because after applying this we'll convert it into a mesh, and this would be our mesh. So we can go into the modifiers tab, and first we want to apply the subdivision, and then we want to apply the cloth simulator. So now if we tab, you can see it has changed. You can see that the UV mesh has adapted to this. So if you were to shade it flat, and if you want, you can throw in a subdivision surface at it, so it will become even smoother. You can keep the viewport low, and render can be as high as 3 or according to a PC. And once we are done with that, we can G and Z if the check if the bottom is also flat. So you can basically just grab and bring it back down. So this would be our basic modeling tutorial. Pretty much if you want tutorial. So thank you for watching this for part 1 of this low poly chair tutorial series. And thank you. And it cuts.